Now, although motorcycle racing has changed quite dramatically over the last few years, one race that has stood the test of time is the 37 3/4 mile mountain race, the Tourist Trophy, the TT races in the Isle of Man. And one man who is more than qualified to answer a few questions about it is a legend in his own lifetime, Mr. Bill Smith.
Now, Bill, you are qualified to answer a few questions on the TT. You've got a fair few replicas, haven't you?
Yeah, just a few, Claire. I won the 50th one last year, so I was quite pleased with that.
That is some going. 50 replicas. You must have a big cabinet at home for all those.
No, I've given most of them away, to be honest, to deserving causes. We actually auctioned one for the kids in near Alton Park, and it made £650 in the auction, so I was quite pleased with that.
Now, the TT has come in for a lot of criticism over the last few years. I mean, people just turn around and say it's just too dangerous. I mean, how do you justify it?
Well, it isn't dangerous if you relate it to the number of racing miles that's carried out. I think it's something like 67 to 68,000 racing miles each TT. For sure, we've had some bad accidents. Nobody regrets them more than me. But in point of fact, its safety record compared to the circuit is okay. It's just that the Isle of Man being, as it is, a very fast and hard circuit, if you do have an accident, you've got a fair chance of being hurt.
It's a huge tourism draw for the island. It's been going since 1906, hasn't it? It's,
Yep.
I mean, that must be one of the longest running motorsport events in the world.
I would think it's probably the last of the great races after the Mille Miglia finished and the Grand Prix at the Nürburgring and that have all finished. It's the last great challenge road race left in the world, and people still come from all around the world to race on the 37 3/4 mile mountain circuit.
What do you think it's its appeal? Why do you think it's endured for so long?
I would think it's probably the last of the great races after the Mille Miglia finished and the Grand Prix at the Nürburgring and that have all finished. It's the last great challenge road race left in the world, and people still come from all around the world to race on the 37 3/4 mile mountain circuit.
Now, as we said, it's stood the test of time and it still has this huge draw and appeal. Some of the big names, though, have disappeared. Why do you think it's still so popular?
Two reasons for that. The current rage of superbikes, people are very popular. Also, the Isle of Man's a fabulous place to visit, irrespective of the races. And it is a place where people can see bikes which are similar to the bikes you see in our showroom, Fireblades and R1s being raced around. The Pucker race bikes, the 500 Grand Prix bikes, have departed the scene because they don't suit the Isle of Man circuit. But the original race is called TT, which stands for Tourist Trophy, and Tourist Trophy relates to the improvement of the breed of motorcycling, and that's still being carried on. The Japanese still use testing ideas in the Isle of Man to improve bikes like the Fireblade.
Because it is a very testing circuit, indeed.
Oh,
I mean,
it's got everything in it.
the only experience I've got of it is seeing a camera on the front of a bike, and you visually can't, you think it's been sped up because you can't keep up with
Yeah.
it. Your reactions have just got to be split second quick, haven't they?
Yeah, well, Tim Leach, who's in that picture there at the back, and my son-in-law, he did a video for Duke Marketing showing the circuit going round on the bike, and it is incredible when you see it from the front of a bike actually going around at speed.
What is it, if you could sum up to describe to somebody, what is it that drives you to want to do something like that? Because a lot of people will look and think, you must be mad, you're putting your life at risk here, it's so dangerous. What is it that drives you to want to do something like that?
Well, the Daily Telegraph once said to me, why is it you ride in the TT? And I said, it's motorcycle racing is like an incredible buzz, an incredible drug. And to sum it up, I said, to go down Bray Hill at 160 mile an hour on a superbike is better than having sex. And that just about sums it up, really.
I'm sorry, there's not a lot I can say to that. Thank you very much.